I want to say thank God for NFL and college football because we got more to talk about than the draft, more to talk about than free agency. We're going to actually see on the field action. And don't we all love that? And my guess is going to fit the mold of on the field action with the love of football. And he's going to talk about his unique business and his unique approach to his business. So the next voice you're going to hear will be from my guest. It's on you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is McClean Cromer. I go by Bonafide Bro, and I am the owner of Section 240. So, grew up in Tennessee, die-hard Tennessee Titans fan. I was actually a Houston Oilers fan before, and I just happened to be in that prime time area where the Oilers were coming to Memphis because they were moving. Bud had moved them. Everybody was. I remember the signs where everybody was against them, but I was glad to have a team in my state, and I've been with them ever since, man. And last off season, I was like, man, I love talking about the Titans to anybody that listens to it, especially because I live here in Orlando, so I'm in the between Dolphins and Jaguars and Buccaneers. I was like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I really don't get a lot of time to talk a lot about Titans, and except for my family, and they get tired of it. So I was like, man, let me start a YouTube channel. So, man, just, I had some background in IT and doing a little graphics thing. And I just said, you know what? We're going to do this thing. And I started Section 240. How I came up with the name is because I lived down here, I always went to the Jazz games because I was stationed. I was in the Navy for 6 years, and I was stationed in Jacksonville. So every time the Titans would play Jacksonville, I would go to that game. And that was the closest game to me other than Tampa. So my wife surprised me for one of my birthdays not too long ago. And she got me tickets. And it was my first time ever going to a Titans game at home at Nissan Stadium. And the section we stayed in was Section 240. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Renard, you'll probably remember this game once I say it. I got a video on my channel. You'll watch it. But that game that I was at was the game. I don't know if you ever seen a Jadeveon Clowney clip where he was like, hey, man, we're going to expose you, man. We don't even know who he is. I think Tom Savage was their cornerback, and he was talking to L'Jarius Sims. LaShawn Sims. He was talking to him right before the snap, threw the ball. I was in the section. Boom, interception. Boy, crowd went crazy that game. And it was funny. That was my first game, so we won that game. I still got the program from that game. I still got the towels they gave away from that game. I still got the doggone tickets from that game. That was I think it was one of the last games that you got tickets for. So started the channel, and then I've been growing ever since, and it's been going good. And then we launched our website. So made some merch, that for people that are Titans fans, something unique that I hadn't been seeing. But man, that's who I am right now. Just diehard Titans fan, talking about the Titans on YouTube.
Well, I'm gonna say this: the first time I don't know who you are. I didn't know who you are, but I know you was part of the Tighten Up group. Shout out to all them that's doing the Tighten Up. So I looked and I saw this unique shirt, and I hadn't seen an approach like that. And I was like, this is an interesting person, someone with a creative mind to create this type of merch. I think I need to not only have him part of For Titans Only, but I also need to have him on the show. So tell us a little bit about your unique merch that you have. If you don't mind, maybe you can show something.
Oh yeah, man. They all in the wash right now.
Okay.
So, but what I can do is I think I shared it in the channel, and like I said, what it was that you get your stuff from Fanatics, like we got the salute the servers and things like that, but I never really saw any gear that was towards a fan. Obviously we got the Oilers fans, and then you got some people that are Oilers and they transition to Titans, and then you got some people who never really experienced that Oil time. I just so happen to fit right in that middle spot where I remember when Warren Moon was throwing those passes, those crisp passes. And then I remember, Bruce Matthews being in that Oilers blue. Then I remember Steve and Eddie, and then turning over to the Titans. I remember Blaine Bishop and all these big. So I was like, man, how can I combine this into something that I would wear and something that would show people a uniqueness? Hey, how long have I been a fan? So that's really what kicked it off. And like some of my merch is just, some of it's just logo stuff that from my channel, but I have a shirt that's on there. If you go to it, www.section240.com, you'll see it. It's called "I've Been a Fan Since Love You Blue," because everybody remembers the Love You Blue to tighten up, and I just put them together because that encapsulates me as a fan. So, and then the next one I got, who you really can't be a Titans fan if you don't really recognize that we have the best roster of running backs in the history of the NFL. Everybody's, oh man, what about Emmett? No, nah, man. Look, you got Ernest Campbell, then you got Eddie George, and then you got Chris Johnson. Then from somehow we got Derrick Henry. Man, look, hey, I had to make me a Mount Rushmore sheet, shirt that reflected that. So I, wanted to pay homage to them. And it's just, that's kind of how I do it. If I think of something and I see it, and I was like, man, that would look good on a shirt, and it's a little bit different because it stands out. Because you always, just being a YouTuber, and a content creator, you always want people to, get engaged with it. So that's kind of like a conversation starter. I walked through. I walk places here in Florida with it on, and I'll catch people catching the eye. Like, oh, okay. I know that. I can remember that afro, and then especially down here because Derek was from up the road, not too far, not up in Yulee. So some people kind of recognize the dreads and things like that, and then they, Jags fans, they're all over the place. So they usually give me some feedback as well on my shirt. But yeah, that's just kind of process. They're trying to make something new for fans that something that is a little bit different from what comes from fanatics and a little bit different than wearing a jersey.
Okay. Well, since you said that, I'm going to piggyback off of something that you said in there, and then I kind of put in my little segment. It's called Did We Get It Right? So we're going to go to on-field player coaching personnel. Okay. So I just want to say, you say, yes, we think we got it right, and you can make a comment, or you can say, no, we did not get this right. Okay?
Gotcha. All right. Cool.
So the first thing, letting Mike Vrabel go. Did we get it right?
Absolutely. Got it right.
Okay.
You look at it like this: sometimes you overstay your welcome, and it was clear that Mike, was needed when he first got here, but over a period of time, it's just like he got stuck in his ways, and we really weren't progressing. We kind of made it over that hump, and then we let John Robinson go because of the moves he made, but it just didn't look like we were propelling far enough or where we needed to be competitive in this league. And then the day, when you got the Kansas City Chiefs, and look, the Texans came, they came, met us, and surpassed us. And we, I think that was the right decision to be made. I know he's a fan favorite. I like Mike, but you could kind of tell that the writing was on the wall. So yeah, I think absolutely we made the right decision.
Okay. Trading for L'Jarius Sneed.
Once again, a great decision. I believe it. And I don't have the rose-colored glasses on. But think about it. Like, we had Christian Fulton, and then Caleb Farley, who never saw the field. And we were just trotting out. No one was afraid of our defense. So Big Jeff and Danico for a large part of last year, they were getting sacks, but they would get a 3rd and 3 or a 3rd and short, and then the cornerbacks are playing because that's what Shane Bowen wanted us to play. They're playing 40 yards off, and basically I just run a little, go past the sticks, turn around, boom, I catch it. So now that is not only a position change, but it's a culture change. Because L'Jarius Sneed, I mean, you've seen the doggone clip with him and Tyreek Hill. He's, mushing them in the snow and telling Jaden Water, "Hey, I'm here all night." That's the kind of, you need the dog to get up in, like, they got Tank Dale out there. They got, who out there? Who else? I don't even really care about the Jags like that. But you got some wide receivers out here where we're gonna need some a true alpha to get in there and be like, "Hey, guess what? This ain't the same old Titans, you know, things like we finna be up in your mouth. So
Okay.
I think that's an absolutely great decision. I'm willing to pay the money for proven
Okay.
players.
Next question. Jersey selection by wearing the throwback Oiler jerseys. Are we getting it right by wearing those?
No, absolutely not. And look, I just found this out, Renard. This is crazy. I don't know who asked the question at a press conference to Brian Callahan to waste his time. But did you know that Amy Adams Strunk, the owner, is the one who selects what jerseys we wear each week? I had no clue. But
No, I didn't either.
only once is basically downright criminal. I think they got it right last year when we wore it. Remember homecoming? We wore it at homecoming. That's when we played the Falcons. That's when everybody comes back to the team. So yeah, I think that was the perfect day to wear that. And then another game against the Texans, I think that's the one. But just wearing it week 18, we had to wait all week. Like I got an Oilers hat over there, got an Oilers jersey right here. I was like, I want to wear it, you know. So I think she made a flub of that. Hopefully she changes her mind. And we can get another, you know, or maybe I don't know, Renard. Let's put our tinfoil hats on right here.
Okay.
Maybe
All right.
there's another jersey that might be coming out. I have no clue. Look, this is me, just pure speculation. But you see this jersey back here, the one that Eddie got on, right?
Yeah.
They're considered throwbacks now. So maybe, and now that the one shell rule is gone, so you can wear the white helmets again. Maybe she's trying to like sneak something in there, things like that. But I don't know. But no, overall, we need to be wearing the Oilers jerseys way more.
Oh, okay. All right. Here, I got a couple hard ones here.
Uh-oh.
All right, because I know some people. I want to hear something about this one. First one. Did we get it right by letting Derrick Henry go?
Oh God. Oh man. Okay. I'm going to say yes. But I want you to hear me out. Right now. Look, if you're listening and you're watching, do not beat me and Reynard up when we say this. All right. But yes, it was time for Derrick Henry to go. And the reason why is that, and I said it in my last video when I was talking about the offense that I just posted. What I said is that it became predictable. When Derrick was on the field, you knew one or two things were about to happen. We were either going to run the ball or we were going to do play action. That was it. And 99.9% of the time, we were running the ball. So when he came off the field, it was like a telltale sign. Like I would put, like if we were playing poker, I was going to put all my money in because I knew what was happening. We were going to try to get a throw in, things like that. And that's just how it would. So we were so locked into that style of football that had we not let him go, it just wouldn't have worked. Now, am I saying that it probably couldn't have worked if Brian was here and changed it? But also remember, Derrick wasn't the best pass catcher out of the backfield. And I think that he lost a step. And it's a difference. You know, Derrick Henry losing a step versus everybody else losing a step is like Derrick Henry losing a step is dropping him back to human, while everybody else is like, I'm out the league. So I think he's still going to be productive in there. But I think for us to grow as a football team and to make that, we had to let him go because Brian Callahan said in one of his early pressures is that the teams that win the most are the best at passing the ball. And that is something we need. And now with Tajay and Tony, it gives us like we're not showing our hand. We're not showing our hand to it. So like now when Tajay comes in the game, Tajay can take it up the middle. He can get hard yards. He can bust it outside, but so can Tony. He can catch it out of the backfield. They're good at pass pro. So you're looking at this now is like, what's going to happen? Where's Will going to go? Is he going to dump it off on the screen and they're going to take it 40 yards? You remember the Ravens run when Tajay caught that little – it was from Malik Willis too. He caught a little screen dump off pass from that, and he almost took it to the house. Basically, almost won us that game. So that is the type of explosiveness that we are missing. Because look at your other team. Look at how the 49ers use McCaffrey. He's a running back, but they use him in the passing game. And then you could say Debo's a running back too because of his size and how physical he is, and he's got him in a wide receiver. I just think it was the right decision to move on from Derrick because we were changing. And sometimes to make that forward progress, you gotta basically change up everything. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's the definition of insanity. So it hurt. I was, I'm not gonna lie right now. I kind of went to sleep in my Derrick Henry jersey, a couple nights, but I understand the game. I understand the game. But yeah, I think ultimately it was the right decision, whether or not it felt good or not.
I agree. I made some videos about it. I was on some podcasts about it, and I said where we was going should not include Derek because he don't fit the mold of where we was going.
Right.
Nothing wrong with the player. Love the player. All that. It's just if you don't fit, you must have quit.
Hey, look.
I mean,
Hey, Johnny said it right on set. Hey, man, if it don't fit, you must have quit. Hey, look.
All right, let me stop. All right. All right. This is a two-person one here.
Okay.
The combination of Brian Callahan and Rand Cawthron. Do you feel like it was the right move by having them two running the show now? So do we make the right move?
Yeah, let me split it up. So with Rand, absolutely. And I look at this and the reason why I say Rand was the right move, because you look at what he did for the 49ers and look at what he's done now for the Titans. So when he was with the 49ers, he's the guy that found Elijah Mitchell. He's the guy that found Hufanga. He's that guy that found those late round gems that are like now vital pieces to that team. And then you flash forward to right now, you look at what he's done for us. Like, obviously he was involved with all the draft picks from last year, but then this year, you look at a 7th round pick of Jalen Harrell, who basically made the team. He was 1 round away from being an undrafted free agent. Now he's made the team. All of these picks. Look at James Williams. He's now going to be a factor later on in the season. Even if you look at the acquisitions we made, Sebastian Joseph Day, not a splashy name, but a solid defensive player. And then pulling the gun, knowing, what you got in the scouting department with Tavondre. Now, with Brian Callahan, I also think it was good. So if you look at them individually, I think Rand is good, and I think Brian is good. Brian has that. He has that. Look, he's got the experience. What do you always look for? Somebody when even outside of football, you're looking for somebody when you're working with them. They got experience, they got knowledge, they understand the game to a level that is progressive. So you want, you don't want your IT guy saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm still working on Windows 3.1," because he ain't gonna be able to help my Windows. See, that's why I think Brian is good. I think he understands how the game is played. He's worked with the biggest quarterbacks, Matt Stafford, Joe Burrow, and Peyton Manning. But what I said was what he did with Jake Browning as the OC. Now I know he wasn't calling plays, but what he did with Jake Browning, how he was able to put him in a position to be a good quarterback to keep them in games and play pretty decent. That's amazing. You put those together, like the Wonder Twins or Voltron or Power Rangers, whatever floats your boat. Now we have a team that's working. Because I think that's really why, to answer your first question, Mike Vrabel had to go, because Mike wanted to be the guy. He wanted to make the decisions. Whereas Rand is doing exactly what he said he was going to do when he got that press conference. The first press conference said he was going to find the players that fit the schemes for the coaches. His job was to work for them. He never came in and said, "I'm the GM, I'm running this, it's my players, they're going to fit my scheme." No. Brian Callahan came in here, he said, "Hey, man, we want to be a pass-happy officer." Okay, no problem. I can't get it done with these Samsung washing machine repairman we got right now. Guess what? Let me go out there and get you a Calvin Ridley. Hey, remember now, Rand was here when DeAndre got picked up. So he basically kind of responsible for bringing DeAndre here. So we got DeAndre, we got Calvin. He said, "Let me go ahead and pick you up a Tyler Boyd while we're here. We got some money, let me spend it." He said, "Oh, Bernard said, hey, I really want to go blitz crazy. Do you mind helping me out?" "Oh yeah, you know what? Let me. I got this guy named Tavondre Sweat. I'm gonna pull him over here, and then I got some rookies that I see his potential in." So together, he's doing exactly what it's a like I haven't seen a misstep. Now, obviously, it's preseason, so everybody we up here right now, and it could go down later. But as far as it's concerned, I haven't seen anything that would make me question that this isn't the right thing. Like sometimes you just get it right. Look at I keep using the 49ers because they are the example of what I think we can be in the AFC. But you got John Lynch and you got Kyle Shanahan. You got a forward-thinking guy that's not afraid to use analytics in the game, similar to what Brian has professed. And now you got a GM that understands scouting, understands how the payroll works, understand that sometimes the first rounder ain't the guy that you really need, but it's really that seventh rounder, that late guy, that undrafted free agent. Because look at what the number one problem that and a lot of Titans people, and I'm gonna wrap it up. A lot of Titans people won't even really, they'll forget about it because this is how good Rand is.
Okay.
We used to have a real bad problem with punt returners. The best punt returner that we had in Tennessee in recent years before recently was doggone Mark Mariani. Mark Mariani, and before him, it was Pac-Man. You know, when Pac-Man wasn't in jail, wasn't at the strip club, he was a good doggone cornerback and returner. But now, that's not even a question anymore. We got Jaquan Jackson, and even before then, we had Kearis Jackson. We got players now that are filling gaps. So, like the gaps that we used to complain about on Sunday, like, oh man, we got a fair catch. Oh man, you know, Darius Reynard, you know, stepped in the end zone. Now we got a safety. We started the game off 2-0. Those aren't questions that we have anymore. Now the questions we have are what the rest of the league is at. How is our offensive line going to do? How's the quarterback? What schemes are real? We ain't got to worry about that trivial stuff. And that, to me, is a testament of Brian Callahan knowing what he wants for the team and Rand being able to effectively and wisely spend the money on what we need. Those things, that's why I think they're a great combination. Long answer, but yes.
Oh, great. Hey, you gave a lot of stuff. You dropped on that punt return thing. I said that a while back, and I'm glad you kind of backed me up on that because we needed that.
Look, man, we needed. I'm putting. I know y'all can do what is it in Tennessee? Is it FanDuel, DraftKings? I will put some money on Jaquan Jackson and getting at least one return touchdown. One, I know he's gonna break one. He's gonna break one for sure.
Okay. All right. So here's the segment here I want to give you. It's the last segment. It's the rapid fire segment, but it's gonna be a little different this time. So I'm going to name two players. You tell me who's the better. And we're going to start with Titans, okay?
Okay.
Or former Titans. So here we go. Derek Mason or A.J. Brown?
You're a dog. Oh. Derek Mason. Derek Mason.
Okay. All right. Second one. Keith Bullock or Javon Curse?
Javon. He was just nasty. Javon.
Okay.
I like Keith, but Javon.
Okay. Samari Rolle or Pac-Man Jones?
Pac-Man. Look, I know we don't like him off the field, but he was a good cornerback. And a return man. He was a dual threat. I mean, when Pac-Man caught the ball in returns, he could take it to the house, and he did it multiple times. And he had a dope celebration too. Bernard grabbing the and sliding down. Hey, that was super dope. So I'm gonna go with Pac-Man. Samari wasn't no slouch, but Pac-Man gave me a little bit more that dog in him.
Okay, all right. CJ2K or Derrick Henry?
Whoo! You not playing no games today, is you or not? You came right here. You know what? CJ2K. I got two Derrick Henry jerseys in my closet, but I have one Chris Johnson jersey in my closet. CJ, he ran for 2,000 yards, all-purpose yards leader, and the way he did it was CJ wasn't scared of nobody. I'll never forget that run. He ran up the middle and he just lowered the shoulder on old buddy from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then just that burst of speed. He was electrifying. That man he wasn't just a part of the offense. He literally was the entire offense. Like,
Okay.
had Vince not thrown his doggone pads in the stands and had not the Ratbird hurt Chris Johnson in that game, I might have a picture of somebody up here with a Super Bowl trophy up in their hand. He was unstoppable. Yeah, so it's a slight advantage here thin, but I'm going CJ. I'm going CJ 2K.
Okay. All right. Blaine Bishop or Kevin Byard?
Blaine. Man, when you get a nickname, the mayor is a good nickname. But when you get a nickname called the Hitman, that means hey, look, look, Blaine he was lighting them up. He was not afraid. So, and look,
Okay.
He's the co-host of one of my favorite shows I listen to. So yeah, I'm definitely giving the nod to Blaine. Good, hard-nosed safety. He was like our AFC little version of Ronnie Lott.
All right, last one for the Titans / Orleans. Warren Moon or Steve McNair? I know, man.
I was just muted, but I love this guy. I love it, but I gotta go with Steve. Steve McNair was the first jersey I ever bought. Steve McNair made me believe that the man was just tough, man. He was just tough. That's why that's why we made a shirt. It's a perfect segue. Made a shirt called Toughest McNair because that man, he just fought through everything. Probably wasn't the best passer, definitely Warren, but it was just, man, that grit and determination, I gotta go with Steve.
Okay. All right. So let's go around the league real quick here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson. He's so smooth. Route running is clean. Justin Jefferson.
Okay. TJ Watt or Nick or Joey Bosa? Either one.
I'm taking TJ. I'm taking TJ over both of them. Either one. TJ is just, that man is a game record. He had Will looking like this in the back when we had to play that second game last year. But he's a game record, like TJ, without a doubt.
TJ
I ain't never heard him get that
down. All right, Tyreek Hill or CeeDee Lamb?
Tyreek Hill, too fast. He's just shifty. CD is a good wide receiver. I rather throw it to Tyreek.
Okay. Saquon Barkley and I can't think of his name right now. Is passing me up there at the Packers. Josh Jacobs.
Oh, Josh Jacobs. I'm gonna take Saquon because I feel like he got a little bit more speed, and I feel like his ball catching ability out the backfield, which is a game you need part of that from your running back. I think Jacob is good, but he kind of just seems like he's just like one of ground and pounder, things like that. That when I saw him with the Raiders, and it could change when he gets up there now, but when I saw him with the Raiders, just like, hey man, you really didn't see him catching the ball out the backfield. He's got like James Conner out of Arizona now. It's just like kind of one dimensional, but I think Saquon can take a screen to the house, he can take a run to the house, he can go in between. So yeah, I'm rolling with Saquon.
Okay. Malik Neighbors or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
If I don't say Marvin Harrison Jr., I might get a knock at the door from Marvin Harrison Sr. So I don't want them troubles. But I think I just think I think that's just a little rumor, little Twitter inside joke on when Marvin Harrison pops up. Everybody acts like, hey, I want no problems with Marvin. But I'm taking Marvin Harrison Jr. just because he seems more pro ready. He just seems he's been acting as a pro even when he was at Ohio State, and he knows the skills. He got ball, great body control. I just think he's a better wide receiver.
Okay. Better second-year quarterback, Will Levis, come back to Tennessee for a second, or CJ Stroud?
Right now, CJ Stroud. He's proven that he can do everything. Short, intermediate, accuracy. He can take your team to the playoff. I think highly of Will, and I think Will reach that now that he's in a better offensive system where the coach is going to allow him first. But for right now, I would take CJ Stroud. That's a better.
Let's go with retired players.
Okay.
Better linebacker, Ray Lewis or Lawrence Taylor?
Lawrence Taylor. That man, Lawrence Taylor. Yeah. Look, Lawrence Taylor makes Ray Lewis. How does Dave Chappelle do it? Lawrence Taylor makes Ray Lewis look like Bryant Gumbel. All right. So yeah, I'm taking
Oh
Lawrence
God!
Taylor on this.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Darrell Reeves or Prime Time?
Darrell Reeves. Look,
Oh.
Primetime's a great nickname, but Darrell Reeves, like there is a stat right now. I gotta find it. There's a stat, and Reeves is playing against you, Calvin Johnson, Terrell Owens, like Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, like Hall of Fame. And I'm not saying that Primetime wasn't, but Darrell Reeves used to hold these guys to like under 50 yards a game. And he did it multiple times. Like Reeves Island wasn't a joke. Like I don't understand how the Jets didn't win more games. Just simply be saying, hey, you okay? Who we playing? Terrell Owens. Okay, we don't have to worry about Terrell because Darrell's on him. Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce. Don't worry about it. We're just gonna put Darrell on. So it's just like, hey man, don't have to worry about this dude. So we're really playing 10 on 10 because these guys gonna eliminate him. So prime time, good return or things like that, but pure cornerback, I'm going to Darrell Reeves.
Okay. Wow. All right.
I know. Hey, look, I can't go wrong. They both Hall of Famers.
Yeah, true. My last one on this.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go two. Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson?
Patrick Mahomes. Lamar is dynamic, but Patrick Mahomes has proven he is unstoppable. He is inevitable. He is like he's like Thanos. Literally, he's like you can dread it, you can run for it. It all comes at the same time. It's like, bro. Right now, I came home to Tennessee and I was all hyped up, had my jersey on, everything when we were playing the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. We had that man down. That man did like a little dipsy do and escaped the tackle. Next thing you know, they lifting up a trophy and we going home trying to figure out why. And he's done it to multiple teams. Buffalo Bills, 13 seconds. 13 seconds? You telling me I'm 13 seconds from the air? And the man comes out here and just absolutely cooks. And the thing about it is, though, it don't even matter who he got. It's like that man had Kadarius Toney, who ain't even in the league no more. Had that man, as many balls he dropped, had that man looking like decent. So I'm like, hey.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going Pat. Love Lamar, but he's a rat bird. So I got a little bias against him. But yeah, I'm going Pat.
All right, let me get two more in here. Okay, let me get two more. Randy Moss or Jerry Rice?
Hey man,
I know what mine is. We've had this discussion before with my friends, but I know what mine is. I'm still sticking to it. I want to hear yours.
And you know what? Jerry caught everything from good quarterbacks, but it was some that I'm gonna go Randy Moss. Because not because of what he did in Minnesota, because what he did in Minnesota was crazy. He made Chris Carter feel, to me, now it's just me. He made Chris Carter feel like a number 2, but Chris Carter was a 1 all that time. He came with it, but then what he did in New England with Tom Brady, that was, I feel like they probably could have scored way more than what they did. I feel like if they really tried, or if that would have happened again, everything, the stars would have aligned, it would have been no doubt they would have broken so many more records. Hey, look, Randy was a Titan, so I'm not even gonna use that. But man, let me tell you something. Randy Moss is down there. I just entertainment wise and just hands and leaping ability, just like you got Moss, it just. You got Rice, don't even roll off the tongue like that. But you can call, you get something over your kid head. I just moused you. It's just like saying Kobe, but it's stuck in there. I gotta go. Well, who did you say?
I still got Jerry. The longevity,
Yeah, you can't go
consistent,
wrong with it.
playing alongside John Taylor and
Yeah.
obviously, and then Brent Jones and all them, where it was still not go to Jerry all the time. It was he mixed it up with 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. I know. And then he did it at age 40.
Yeah.
Playing around with Oakland and still was the number 3 and still was putting up numbers and catching balls like he was in Mississippi like bricks. And just still.
Yeah.
Randy had a severe drop off. I never seen a severe drop off with Randy. I mean, it was a drop, but it wasn't. It was there.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Love Randy.
Because Randy, after that whole New England thing, he did take that. I mean, that's how he ended up on the Titans, because that's a running joke that all washed up wide receivers come to Tennessee to kind of get that last check. You know what I'm saying? That's when they realized, hey, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. Look, you got Randy, we had Andre Johnson. Who else we had that was washed up the game? So yeah, I can see
Julio.
Julio, yeah. You know what? I don't think I want to do it no more. You want to do that now. You find Tennessee and walk down Broadway too many times and realize, yeah, contemplating life. So, but can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna end it there.
Okay.
Well, last one is for you. Do you have any questions for me? One question?
Hey man, one question. So where do you see? I know you got no huddle, so you all over the league, but where do you see the Tennessee Titans ending up this year? Are we a playoff team, on the outside looking in, or are we like the Texans from last year?
Okay, so this is what I have my heart in it because I'm a Titans fan.
Yeah.
But I'm a realistic. I'm a son of a football coach. Played it my whole life. I can see the game and knowing that you got a lot of new people that you're really trying to develop. You're converting players over from one position to the other. You got new players that just got signed to the team. That's going to probably be a middle linebacker here, if not this week, maybe in the following week. 9-8 is reasonable.
I can dig that.
9-8 is reasonable for a first-year coach. A lot of new players. But I can see 10. I can see 10-7 if it really works out. I cannot right now. I want to say we can win the division.
Yeah.
But I can see us flirt with a playoff position by my feelings and what I see that we're doing if things work out. So I can see that.
Yeah,
I can't see more than 10 wins.
Yeah, I don't see more than 10. I see us getting 10, and one of those games is because maybe Houston doesn't need the game as much as we do, so we get that win, and through a tiebreaker we end up in there. I can see that happening, but it really hinges on. I'm not even gonna say the offense. To me, it hinges on how well can we defend, because we know people are going to score points. We know this offense is going to score points. It's going to be hard to keep us out of the end zone with the playmakers that we got, but it's defense, that secondary. That was always our bet. Jeff always stayed on the field so long because the defense could never get a stop. Secondary could never get a stop. So if that's improved, I definitely can see that. 9-8 feels right. 10-7 feels optimistic. But I don't feel like we just gonna go out here and be 4-14 or nothing like that. No, I think that something catastrophic would have to happen for that to happen. And and I don't even see that happen because the way we remain, knock on wood, relatively healthy. So I can see that. I agree with that. So yeah, makes sense.
Wow. Thank you. I'm gonna tell you, thank you. You've been one of the best guests I've ever had on here.
Thanks for having me on.
Answer these questions have been really good. I was very entertained. I was taking notes in my head, and I want to say I would love to do a part 2 with you. But
absolutely,
I understand we got busy schedules and all that.
Yeah.
But I want you to go ahead and shout out your business again. How people can get in touch with you, and just whatever message you want to give to the Titans fans.
Oh yeah. I think like I want everybody to be excited, be hyped. I have a YouTube channel. I'm on YouTube. You can search YouTube for Section 240. You'll see my beautiful face on there. We drop videos. We try to drop a game preview and then a game reaction. We got something new that's coming up this season that I mean I might leak it since I'm on No Huddle Sports. I give you some breaking news. We're gonna be doing live game watch parties on Sunday. So we not this week because I'll be in Chicago for the game. But that second week 2, we're gonna be streaming live, so you can join the YouTube live stream. We're gonna be just chit chatting, watching the game, talking trash, just like we were, from. So I invite people to join the channel, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, and we got merch for sale. We selling merch, affordable prices. We're gonna probably hit a sale up here too, but they can visit the website www.section240.com. But I think we're gonna have a great season. I think you're gonna have a lot of content this year. So I'm excited, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man. Come get on the show, man. You had some good questions, man. I feel like hopefully they're not throwing tomatoes in the comments when you drop it. But yeah, I hope. But I had a great time, had a fun time, man. With you.
No, all good, all perfectly good. I appreciate it so much. And
man.
Shout out to all the Titan bloggers. Shout out to all the Titan pages for Titans Only. That's my page. Shout out to Tighten Up. Shout out to for Titans for Life. All of them. I can't remember them all. Shout out to all the bloggers. Shout out to Big Dog. Shout out to J Rone. Shout out to Jackie down at West Tennessee. Shout out to Yolanda. Shout out to Titan Amy. Shout out to my family, Smokeville 928. Shout out to my wife on there. She created my first merch for my birthday. Shout out to who?
I said, shout out to Whitey for creating the merch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got me tickets for the game like she do every year. And then just shout out to everybody that supports, who says the positive things that wants to, help me keep it going. How about, a YouTube channel, No Huddle Football News as well, which does the NFL stuff. And then, of course, back with the Titans before Titans Only.
Absolutely, man.
All right.
Big things coming for New Huddle. Big things. I feel it.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate that. And I'll speak to you again, man.
All right, man. You take it easy. Y'all tighten up.
All right. Tighten up.